We have made the CAA conference in college football 25. The Coastal Athletic Association is in the game because it's not in the game. And none of the teams that are in this conference are in the game. And fun fact, it's also the biggest conference in college football. Now, all these teams that you are looking at right now, I did not make any of these teams. I'm not taking credit for making any of these teams. Only thing I'm taking credit for is combining them all together and putting them in a dynasty and making the conference. I did not make any of these teams. Now, I have actually been in the team builder, and I'm actually working on some teams. I've been making some high school teams and stuff. And if any of you guys want to see your high school made in the game, comment down below. I can do that. But yes, we will be grinding the Blue Hens, University of Delaware, and becoming a powerhouse school. I know it sounds crazy, they're a 68 overall, but we're gonna do this. And I know with the team builder, when you download the teams and stuff like that, or when you make a team, usually it gives you the random generated players, or you have the option of using whatever team that you decided to take out the dynasty. And like, because like you can't just straight up add the team in there. You have to like take a team out, which is like kind of stupid, but it gives you the option of using that team that you're taking out. I actually went ahead and the generated roster, I decided to go in there and actually make the 2024 Blue Hens starting lineup, at least how their depth chart is lined up right now. And I put all those guys in the game. Now, their overall, some of their attributes aren't exactly probably matched up to those players, but I went through and I gave all these players their gear, and I made them. I'm gonna show you guys. Now, there is actually one school that is missing from the conference. I don't remember who it is, but UD actually plays them week 1, and I think they just got added to the conference this year. And the reason why they're not on here is because you can actually only add 15, I think it's 15 team builder teams into a dynasty, or it's like you can only download 15 at a time or once. I don't know. It's really stupid. So you can't actually. There's one team that's missing, but technically it hasn't been in the conference, so it is what it is. But we do have all the teams. We got William and Mary. We got the Aggies, we got Albany, Blue Hens, obviously. We got Elon, Campbell, Richmond, UNH, Town State. You see it all. We got all these guys, Villanueva. We got all of them. We got the whole thing. Now, like I said, I didn't make any of these. Shout out to the people that made these teams and allow other people to download them. I actually have plans on doing a couple different dynasties. This is the first one we're going to do, but we're going to do a couple different ones. The other one I want to do is actually Del State. I think you see where we're going with this. I'm from Delaware, and I know a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute. I thought you were a Virginia Tech guy. I do love Virginia Tech. They're actually my second favorite college team. The Blue Hens obviously being number 1. I'm not like really too crazy about Del State, but I mean, they're from where I'm from, and I do know people that go to Del State that have played on Del State and stuff. I also want to do a dynasty with them and get like their actual real life roster on there. Grind them to a powerhouse as well, and I kind of think I kind of want to do with it is like, you see how we got the whole CAA conference. I want to kind of make Del State with their own conference as well. Now I'm not gonna get their actual conference. What I was thinking about doing is because it's a HBCU, so I was like, what if we just get a bunch of HBCUs that everyone wants to see in there and put them all together like that? That'd be pretty cool. And the last dynasty I think I have in mind that I do want to do, that's like an all high school one, because I actually I've made one team so far, and I made my high school that I played for, and actually they're in the game right now. You can download them. I think I'm gonna have like a little YouTube short or like a TikTok drop showing that off and stuff. But yeah, I want to do a dynasty where it's just an all high school conference thing. We actually have a bunch of high schools right now that we're gonna make. A lot of you guys over from the Twitch, you guys or some of the boys and stuff, you guys told me some high schools you want, your high schools you want in there, so I'm gonna be making them. And that's kind of, I asked at the beginning of the video, if any of you guys want your high school in the game. If it's not in there already, let me know in the comments. I can make it, because the colleges are a little bit more difficult because some of their helmets are just wild logos that, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can do. But the high school stuff, I can do it. I can show you guys the UD jerseys right here. Believe it or not, I actually tried to make UD myself. The problem I was having with it is that goddamn helmet. It's a very weird design, and on the team builder, it's the team builder is terrible, man. Like, in a sense of like, there's a lot of stuff missing from it, and it's just a lot of like dumb things, and like making the helmet was a lot more difficult for the wrong reasons why. So kudos to the guy that made this, because you actually killed the helmet. It's actually perfect. But you got the home jerseys, you got the away jerseys, and you got the blackout jerseys. Now, something that's really weird that I noticed in the team builder, because you notice, the Blue Hens, we're with Adidas, right? That's the sponsor. But you notice the black jersey has the Nike logo. For some reason, when you make the alternate jerseys on Team Builder, because I noticed this also when I made my high school, because we're Under Armour, but when you do the alternate jerseys, it's always Nike. I don't know if there's a reason for that. I don't know. Now, like I said, I actually went ahead and I made the 2024 roster for the UD Blue Hens. Now, this is based off their depth chart right now and based off a little bit of last season. Like I said, these players' attributes aren't going to be accurate because it's from their random generated stuff that they give you for making a team, but from their drip attire onto the field to their actual names is pretty similar. If you watch the Blue Hens, then you probably recognize some of these names. O'Connor at quarterback, we got Yarns at running back, even some of a lot of the backups I did. And basically any of the extra players that I was like, yo, I don't even need you guys, I turn them into punters. So you're actually gonna see there is where's it at? Punter. Look how many punters we have. None of these guys we were using, and I didn't feel like actually making them. I made it to where, like, look, we had our starters and we had a decent amount of backups to where if guys got hurt, we were good. And that's pretty much how I did it. So yeah, just know this actually is the pretty much whole UD team. I'm going to be streaming this over on Twitch. Pretty much every time I go live, we play some Dynasty and just grinding the Blue Hens or Dell State or the high school. I got to work on the high school stuff. I got to get all that done. And I still got to figure out what schools and all I want to do to add into the Dell State Conference. So you guys let me know some HBCUs you guys want to see added to that. But yeah, those are pretty much 3 dynasties I have in mind that I really want to grind. They're all in Delaware. I am also down to do a Virginia Tech one as well because I do like Virginia Tech. Like, I have one college football jersey and it is a Virginia Tech jersey. So if you guys want to see that as well, let me know down in the comments. But I actually am pretty excited to do this dynasty stuff. I played around with it a little bit, like, this week, and I've messed around with it, and I actually had fun on it, surprisingly. I didn't think I was going to. Like, the whole recruiting thing and all that stuff was kind of fun, so I was like, I actually want to do this. So, and like I said, I've been on the team builder. If there's any schools you guys want to see on there, let me know down in the comments. We can make it happen. So, and I know we got a lot of work to do with the Blue Hens. They are a 1-star school, 68 overall. It's gonna be a lot of work, but you know what? We're gonna turn the blue and yellow around, and eventually they're gonna be right there with Bama. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but one day they will be.